What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Cutman Podcast with your boy, Austin Carters. Man, listen, this episode is basically going to be mostly a recap of the draft. I'm not going to lie to y'all. And this was a crazy draft. And I was hyped going into it, but hey, it did not disappoint. And, oh, man, a lot of moving pieces with trades and everything. Some teams got really good. Some teams, you kind of question it, but hey, like I said, mostly going to be about the draft this episode. We are obviously going to talk about different topics. Can't just leave y'all hanging like that. But yeah, we're going to get into the draft. We're going to get into a little NBA action and talk about the playoffs and whatnot. We're going to talk about a couple other things as well, including the cruise that I've been talking about and everything that went down. And some crazy stuff went down with that, but again, felt like a movie. One of those times of the year, the cruise gets going and everybody wants to show out and show their cars off. So hey, man, we had a good time, and we'll talk about that and whatnot. Going to talk about the Reds, who are really good right now, and I mean, this team, you'd think they can't do any better, and they go out and they do better. So we'll talk about that and everything else in between that, and a couple other things like I mentioned, but. Yeah, hey, let's get into it with the draft, man. Like I said, there was a lot of moving pieces in this draft. And just let's start out first off by saying how great it looked in Pittsburgh, man. You had a lot of fans and a lot of people in attendance, actually, and it ended up breaking a record. So the attendance record previously was 775,000. I think that was in Detroit. And, hey, Pittsburgh showed out. And the grand total for over the 3 days that the draft was taking place in Pittsburgh, 805,000 people showed up. That's crazy. That's what, like 30K? Like, more than the previous amount? And, hey, everybody does it big in Pittsburgh. Like, Steelers fans are all over the place. But to show up with all the teams, whew, great turnout. Really great turnout. Sucks that I couldn't go. That would have been a cool moment. But, hey, there is talks in Cincinnati. And rumors flying about like 2028, 2029, somewhere in there. So, hey, that's home. That happens. I got to go home for it. And I might do a podcast from there one day. Who knows? But, yeah, man, turnout seemed really good. And, hey, not only the turnout, just the moves that happened. Just all over the draft, the 7 rounds, man. Everybody had a lot of picks. So you knew moves were going to be made. But 41 trades, I believe, happened. And, like, 8 of those were in the first round alone, so that was insane. But there was a crazy trade involving the Steelers, man. So when it came to our pick at 21, I guess we were on the phone while pick 20 was going on right now, or going on then, and Philly ended up jumping up in front of Pittsburgh and taking Mekhi Lemon, who the Omar Khan was supposedly on the phone with. And it's like, man. To get a receiver would have been okay, I guess, but it didn't bother me that they took him and that the Steelers missed out on Mekhi Lemon more than it did other fans. Like, they're sitting here, they're mad, man. They're mad that we didn't trade up and draft Lemon, but he was right there. Literally a pick before. And you don't reach, man. We haven't really reached in previous years, and it's kind of helped us out. And, yeah, Dallas ended up trading back, which surprised me. Trading with Philly to let them get a playmaker, especially considering they're going to trade A.J. Brown next month, literally. So that didn't make any sense to me. But, hey, man, y'all's in an uproar over nothing because you don't know if Lemon's going to be good. You don't know if he's going to be bad. You just don't know. And to move up one spot and trade multiple picks is ridiculous to me. And, yeah, we did get a good tackle, though, and I don't understand why y'all hate that. Everybody's like, oh, you only played 5 years. And it's like, okay. And last year, I believe he didn't give up a sack at all. So to only play 5 years and not give up a sack in your season right before you get drafted, hey, that's saying something. And the reason we went with tackle, man, everybody's like, oh, it was a panic. It was a panic. But the other rumors were like he was moving up our board. And then news came out the past few days that we declined Broderick Jones' fifth-year option, which he's our tackle, our starting left tackle. Now, he's had a neck injury. That probably played a factor, I would say, because they said he had a setback. So to go out there and get a tackle as basically insurance for Broderick, who's in the final year of his contract. I think that was smart. I don't think it was a necessary like reach like everybody thought it was and panic. But hey, we ended up getting an offensive tackle. We also got a guard in the draft. And hey, man, this kid looks like my cousin or something, like my country cousin. Dude's got a redhead mullet and stash, and everybody seems like they liked it. Like they liked that pick. So to get Jennings Dunker, which hell, that's a name by itself right there. You get credit for that alone. Then you got a redheaded ginger mullet and a ginger stash. Hey man, props to you. He's gonna be a dog, I guess. But yeah, he's a guard, which we needed that. I think we needed interior depth. And Samalu went to Arizona, so obviously we're going to need to replace him, and I don't think we really liked our options on the roster, to be fair. But yeah, man, we got that. We did end up getting a wide receiver, and I think, honestly, character-wise, he comes off as a little more quiet, and he's probably going to block more than Lemon would have, but it's Jeremy Bernard from Alabama. I like this kid, and before the draft happened, there was like interviews and stuff, and it kind of made you think, hey, the Steelers are interested in him. So to make a move up and trade for him, that was pretty cool, and it basically like downplayed the fact that we lost Lemon to the Eagles. And I said in previous episodes, nobody's really liking his interviews. Like the kid comes out and he like stares people down, like he's some kind of, I don't even know. I don't even want to say anything. I don't know. But yeah, they said he bombed his interviews, so I don't understand why you're all in an uproar over Lemon going to the Eagles over the Steelers. Like, sometimes stuff happens, and it's a blessing in disguise. You never know how it would have panned out. But we also did that, and hey, man, we ended up going and drafting Drew Allen in the third round. Now, third round, I think, I don't know. I think we could have probably got him in the fourth, and if not, I don't care, but I think it was more of a depth piece because, let's be fair, I think Will Howard's got the edge on him right now. Of course, he's coming off an injury. Drew Aller is. But Will, man, he's got experience under Rodgers in terms of learning the system. Now, it's probably going to be a new system, don't get me wrong. But, I think Will's got that dog in him. He showed it in the playoffs at Ohio State. And there's people disregarding him like he's trash. It's like, no, Will's a dog. Like, can he fix the mechanics? Absolutely. And everything in between. But I think he can run a pro offense if you give him a shot. So I think Will's got the upper hand, obviously, with the extra year in the league over Drew Aller, who's coming in fresh. But we'll see, man. It's going to be a competition. If Will doesn't work out, we got Aller to try and work out. So we'll see how that goes. And Rodgers didn't announce his signing, so we're still waiting on that. And like I said, I thought it was going to be after the draft, and we did go and get some playmakers, man. I'm actually liking this draft, and we also got the best return specialist in the draft in Caden Wetjen, and this kid's from Iowa, and like I said, he's going to turn the field on you on kickoffs. He's going to get you in good field position and help your offense out. So, say what you want. I don't think he's used enough in the Iowa offense as a receiver, so we'll see how he pans out if we give him a shot there. And we also got the Eli kid from Navy. He's like a running back / receiver. He's decent, but he's a 7th-round pick, so he's obviously going to have to come in and earn his job, or earn his spot, I should say. So I like that, though, and he was friends with Joey Porter Jr., so they're getting the gangs back together, man. They're getting him back with Eli. They're getting him back with Brisker, so I'm sure Joey Porter's going to be happy. And who knows? It might be a tactic to try and sign him long term. Some GMs are like that, and Khan's got a way of conning people. So I believe in Khan and everything he does, and I believe that he had a really good draft, man. And people could give us a B, they can give us a C grade. I don't care what it is. I give us at least a B plus, at the very least. Like I said, we touched on it. We touched on depth, tackle, guard, receivers. We also got a corner in Dalen Everett from Georgia, which SEC corner, long, lengthy. We do have Joey Porter Jr. We do have Dean that we picked up in the offseason. We have Asante Samuel, who we re-signed, and Brandon Echoes, who's, oh, man. Dude balled last year, and he's underrated, in my opinion. So we'll see how it all goes. goes down and whatnot. But hey, some stuff happens in the draft. Um, and like a couple surprising moves, honestly. Like to the 5 teams that passed on Sonny Styles, good luck because this kid went to Washington, and I think Washington's missing some dogs on defense. And I think they got one. I think y'all know how much I've went on and on about Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs, man. And I think they go to 2 ideal franchises who can help them and use them. Obviously, like I said, Sonny Styles goes. Sonny goes 7 to Washington, so it's 6 teams ahead of him that passed on him. And good luck. Sonny went there. Caleb Downs went to the Cowboys. So I was talking to Tyler about it, man. And Cowboys getting down is kind of crazy because they needed secondary help. And they got arguably the best defensive player in the draft. So, man, good job on the Cowboys, Like, say what you want. He's going to help that defense, like, instantly. And, I mean, you got Quinnen Williams on that side of the ball. You got, Kenny Clark, I think they traded for with the Parsons deal. So, you got some dogs on that side of the ball now. Now it's time to put up or shut up. And, hey, Bengals fans, y'all can like Dexter all you want it, or all you want. You could have had Downs. At the end of the day, you could have had Downs. And I know Giants fans were mad that they passed on him, so, hey. And with that, man, just another thing, the Titans went out and got Carnell Tate. Now, they get to pair him with Wan'Dale Robinson, Calvin Ridley, and a couple other young bucks, and I think that's a great move. I think it's a really great move. You got a young quarterback. You're trying to put all the weapons around him that they need and everything in between. Now, if Jeremiah Love doesn't fall, or if he falls to him instead of going to Arizona at 3, I think they take Jeremiah Love. But, hey, like I said, could be a blessing in disguise. And the thing is, man, y'all's already hating on Carnell, man. Like, you got Malik Neighbors, a Giant, coming out and talking crap about, he hasn't been a 1 on Ohio State, so I don't believe in him. It's like, that's cool, but you haven't seen the field as much here recently, huh? Like, you tore your ACL, my guy, and you might not even be the same receiver coming back. Obviously, I think you're going to. Don't get me wrong, I think you're going to, but there's that chance. So to sit here and talk shit about this kid from Ohio State, do y'all not learn? Like, you got Terry McLaurin in the league, Ohio State. Marvin Harrison in the league, Ohio State. You got Carnell now. You got Egbuka, who is going to get more opportunities with Mike Evans gone in Tampa. Then you got Jackson Smith-Njigba, arguably one of the best receivers last year. So to sit there and hate, bro, it's insane to me. So, hey, keep hating. Keep hating, dog. And he's probably going to tear your team up. I'm not going to lie. Because I don't think the Giants got it on secondary. So, man. But, yeah, it's insane. It's really insane. And we'll see how that goes down. I'm pretty sure he's going to be an all-pro like most Ohio State receivers and everything in between. But, yeah, man. And then another thing. Hey, Bain, the edge rusher from Miami, he ends up falling to 15 to the Bucs. What a situation there, man. To wait at 15 with Tampa and get him, who's arguably one of the best pass rushers in the draft. Hey, man, you can say what you want about his arm size, but Tampa got a steal. I'm not going to lie, Tampa got a steal. And let's see how he does on that defense. It seems like Todd Bowles kind of got the defense going every year, so I'm sure they're going to find a way to use him. And then, hey, man, one team I think did really good is my brother's Dolphins, man. Like, they got some dogs that I was, like, interested in getting. Like, Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker out of Texas Tech. Got him, man. I was mad about that pick because I thought we could have got him. But, hey, we didn't even address linebacker, so maybe we wouldn't even bother. So, but yeah, man, got Jacob Rodriguez, who I liked. They got Caden Proctor, arguably one of the top 3 tackles in the draft. Smart move. And then they got Michael Taffy, whatever his name is, from Texas, who I was interested in seeing where he went. Now, on the Dolphins, I think he can argue or fight for a spot to start. Like, if he came to, like, Pittsburgh, he wouldn't have started. Let's be real. And he probably would have been a special teamer. And who knows? Maybe even on the Dolphins, he'll have to fight and be a special teamer, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, you got special teamers all over the place in the NFL. So if that's how you're gonna make your money that way. There's nothing wrong with that. At least you're on a team and you're part of like the 1%ers. So good for y'all, man. The Dolphins did really good in my opinion, and we'll see like how it pans out, obviously. But for a rebuilding team to get those two or those three, I should say, that was really good picks. And I think they had one of the better drafts that is probably overlooked. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm pretty sure Rodriguez will probably be an All-Pro one day. That's how good he is. But yeah, man, props to the Dolphins, man. And yeah, man, just crazy stuff happened all throughout the draft. And like I said, the trades and the attendance and everything in between. Yeah, man, it was cool to see that, and I was excited for it, and can't wait for next year already, man. And honestly, can't wait for the season. It's coming up soon, and I think the Cardinals and the Panthers were announced as the preseason Hall of Fame game. I'm pretty sure that's who it was, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Obviously, like, I hadn't looked into that, but I will, and we'll talk about that if that time comes, and they are, you know. I always watch that. I know y'all aren't big preseason fans. Y'all like, oh, there's no one starting. It's like, that's not the point. It's seeing who makes the roster and who's going to be good and everything in between that. So, man, we'll see. But before that happens, I got to roll this window down, man. It's this weather, I swear to God, this weather is bipolar. Like, it's cold out. Like, I don't know why it's cold out, but it's cold out. But, like, you go anywhere and it's warm. It's like, makes zero sense. Like, I can't wear a hoodie because it gets too hot. I can't wear nothing, like shorts and a shirt, because it gets cold. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? But yeah, that's like a side note, man. Like, Mother Nature needs to figure it out. Y'all's out here acting like some of these exes, man. And I ain't no shade to the good ones, but the bad ones, this is insane. But yeah, man, it's raining one day and it's cold, then it's hot, and then it's not raining, then it's cold, and then it's like we got a chance for tornadoes, and hell, I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow we get a chance for snow. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this weather, I'm getting sick of it. But yeah, let's move on from the draft, and let's move on to the Reds, man. Like I said, the Reds have been on fire. Well, Reds haven't been on fire when it comes to Pittsburgh. For some reason, we just keep getting our asses kicked by Pittsburgh. Like, what are we doing? Like, they were decent at the start of the season. They've kind of came back down to earth. But then the Reds decided, hey, we're going to lose almost every game to Pittsburgh. And it's like, what? Can we wake up? Can we wake up? Because this ain't the team I've been watching recently. We're at the top of the division, you know, and we got a chance to keep it. But y'all like, nah, let's not do that. But yeah, man, the bright spots of the Reds, though. We'll talk about the bright spots now. So Reds, man, of course, South Stewart's still tearing the ball. He's kind of came down to earth a little bit, but it's South Stewart. He's going to probably hit a home run tonight, maybe tomorrow or something. And hey, South Stewart, we got us a dog still. Like, he's pretty damn good. And they played him at third the other day, and I want to say this: him at third, he looked decent, but hey, Andrew Abbott, hey man, you got to learn how to get off the mound and help your third baseman. Like, he can't run a ball down if he's worried about you getting in his way. So get it together. Oh, hey, and one more thing before I get into positives of the Reds. Brady Singer, you suck. Yeah. And last time I said he sucked, he had a good game the next time, but then it went downhill. So, hey, put your money on Brady Singer next game. But yeah, man, dude, he's terrible, man. And y'all who defended him, y'all should come out and just admit you were wrong, because you were wrong. Like, this dude, man, he gives up runs every damn game. It's like you're never going to see him giving up no runs. He might go 6 innings of 4 to 5 run ball, and y'all happy with that. Like, no, I'm not happy with that. That's mediocre. So yeah, he's terrible. And then our bullpen goes out and gives up a couple home runs while we got Antone in AAA. That made me mad. Like, watch my dog in AAA. He's got one of the best curveballs in the league and some off speed and everything in between that. Like, Antone's a dog, man. We know that. Like, has he dealt with his injuries? Yeah. But he came back like a pro. And he's still good. I follow him on Instagram and everything else. TJ Antone is a dog, bro. So we need my boy up. Like, I understand, like, y'all's wanting him to get him back up to speed and everything's considering he missed the previous season and all that. I get that. But he's a dog, and he's going to continue to be a dog. So get my boy up at some point this season. Dang, I got to throw the jersey on. And I want to see him. I want to see him play, man. I haven't got to see him play, and we're thinking about getting to a game again this year and keeping our little tradition that we started a couple years back, me and the boys. So hopefully we could get to a game. Hopefully he's up and pitching, man. I want to see. So shout out to Antone, man. He's worked his way back and he earns that spot. But yeah, like I said, standing on top of the division, we really battled like the Cubs, and I wouldn't even say the St. Louis, basically the Cubs. Now, Brewers have been kind of terrible, but I expect the Brewers to turn it around because that's the Brewers, man. They're always going to find some good hitters, some good pitchers, and me and Tyler was talking about it the other day. It's like somehow they find a way to trade their guys at the perfect time. Like, they'll have a great year. They're like, oh, they're not going to do that again. Let's trade them. And it works out. It's like, I don't know how y'all's doing that, but props to you all, I guess. But yeah, man. Like I said, it's struggling with Pittsburgh. We got to try and win this tonight. I'm pretty sure it starts here in an hour or two, the game, and we'll go see how that goes. I think Lauder's on the mound, which is positive because Lauder's been a dog. Him and Burns kind of held the rotation together. Yeah, Abbott's had a couple good starts, but he's started bad. But Abbott last year was a dog, so I'm hoping like he starts out terrible like he has, and then he gets it together and he stays strong the rest of the season. So if that's the case, I'll accept him being terrible right now. And I won't even say terrible. He's just not on his game, it seems like. But yeah, man. Abbott, I'm pretty sure he'll get it together. Hopefully Green and Lodolo get healthy. I'm pretty sure Lodolo's on rehab stint, so we might get him back soon and figure that out. And then the Reds Hall of Fame, man. The enshrinement ceremony for Lou Piniella, Reggie Sanders, Aaron Harang, and Brandon Phillips was pretty cool, man. That was a pretty cool experience. And hey, BP looks like he can still go. I'm not gonna lie. BP got me thinking like, hey, if these guys don't get together, let's give BP more than a one-day contract and bring him out of retirement already. Like, that dude, like he stays ready. But I thought it was cool. The best thing about it, I thought, like, BP was at the game, and he had his wife Jade Cargill, the WWE diva, and all that. And then they brought her out, like Jim Day did like a whole intro for her, and she come walking out. That was pretty cool. But they thanked Cincinnati and everything. I thought that was pretty cool to see. They're like calling Cincinnati their second home and everything, which it basically is, man. We love Brandon Phillips, man, and Reds fans, we got spoiled growing up, and man, we had Brandon Phillips, a Cozart for the double plays and whatnot, and had Votto in the lineup, had Bruce in right field. We got a little spoiled, I'm not gonna lie. But obviously we didn't win anything, but hey, man, we still got spoiled and had some great times and great plays, man. My favorite play, not on defense for Brandon Phillips, though, was when he hit his walk-off home run. The way he ran the bases, man, all fired up and all that. I can't even remember what game it was, but he was ecstatic. And, hey, man, yeah, pretty cool experience watching that and everything. And, hey, man, just Brandon Phillips, man. Honestly, he's probably my favorite Red of all time. Just thinking about it, like, obviously you got the Johnny Bench and the Pete Rose that I never got to watch. But BP, yeah, I'd say he's probably my favorite all time, man. What a dog. And hopefully some of our guys could start turning defensive plays like he did. Like, it wouldn't be a problem to bring him on the coaching staff. I wouldn't be mad at that. Teach him defense. And, of course, the Key Brian Hayes, who's taking some tips from him. That's dangerous right there. I'll tell you that. That's dangerous. Key Brian Hayes getting advice from Brandon Phillips. I mean, a Gold Glover getting advice from one of the best defensive second basemen ever. Hey, man, I think he's going to turn his game up even more now. But, yeah, that was the Reds, man. Like I said, they're doing really good. Hopefully they can continue and give us something to cheer about the rest of the season. And hopefully we can get to the game, man. That'd be cool to get to. And we're gonna keep it kind of on the Cincinnati topic. Now, here's the thing, man. Karma does not care how good you have it right when you have it. Because if you deserve karma, you're gonna get it. And Brendan Sorsby, former Cincinnati quarterback, he's being investigated for gambling. I guess you'd say trouble or addiction, whatever. And he checked himself into like rehab or something for it. Like, my guy, come on. So Brendan Sorsby's being investigated for gambling, and rumors are swirling that it's on his own team too. So he was sitting there gambling on the Bearcats last year. It's like, fuck you, dude. But yeah, man, being investigated for that on top of having like a lawsuit against him from the University of Cincinnati, which he's trying to fight. So he's got a lot of trouble. It's like, hey, man, if you just stayed in Cincinnati, it probably don't happen. Now, the gambling probably did. I'm not gonna lie, gambling probably would have happened, but I just don't understand it, man. Cause I know you're making some good money, and I don't want to be the pocket watcher, but hey, at what point do y'all athletes just get over to gambling, bro? Like, y'all got generational money, man. Like, I don't know. It's weird. There's some people out here that, they gamble, but they know better. And this is people without millions, so why can't y'all figure it out? And the thing is, like, I was watching a clip from Pat McAfee about it, and he's saying, like, all throughout his career, like college and pros and all that, they came out and had, like, meetings about this stuff. Like, do not gamble on sports. Do not gamble on sports. And some reason, these players still do it. And, hey, even when I was at Eastern Kentucky on the football film team, I didn't gamble there, bro. I took that serious. I was trying not to gamble when I was there, bro. Because I didn't know. I didn't even know even just being, like, on the film crew if I could or not. And I didn't want to take that chance, so I didn't. So it's like, what's the excuse for you all? But, yeah, man, really good quarterback. Let's not get that mistaken. He's a really good quarterback. But you got to make some smart decisions, my guy. Like, you got to show. Now Texas Tech could be out without a quarterback, and you could be ineligible to even be in the draft. You might go to the supplemental draft or whatever. That's what I've heard. So I don't get it, man. Get y'all stuff together. Y'all some grown-ass men. Get it together. And yeah, just moving on from that, man. We're going to talk about the NBA, man. And like, of course, they've had their gamblers too, but we're not going to get into that. Now, the thing with the playoffs in the NBA, man, it just seems like it's watered down. Now, why I say watered down is because, like, it seems like the teams that are losing, like, have some injuries, like, that have hurt them. And teams are winning without them, too. So you can't necessarily use that as an excuse. But, I mean, for instance, injuries in the playoffs include Ant, Embiid, Wemby, KD, and everybody. What is his name? Dante DiVincenzo for Timberwolves. He tore like Achilles or something like that, and he's out. But somehow the Wolves come out and still beat the Denver Nuggets, man. And I don't know how they did it. Now McDaniels, who tried to throw hands with Jokic, it seems like Jokic is always trying to throw hands every postseason with somebody. He got his two brothers on the sidelines trying to back him up. But yeah, he tries to throw hands with him because of a late dunk when the Timberwolves were up pretty good. It's like, well, he probably should have stopped him during the game, but hey, gonna get in a scuffle, and then he comes out and he drops 30 to pull the Timberwolves over the Nuggets, which is crazy. But yeah, man, like, injuries kind of watered it down, and the Lakers just won a series 4-2 against the Rockets, and you just gotta wonder, like, if KD was healthy and he was playing, does that happen? It's like, I don't know, because I don't think the Lakers are all that good, and I think they're about to get exposed to OKC. So we'll see, man. But yeah, the injuries kind of let the NBA playoffs down, man. And then you got Cleveland over here last night being forced into a game 7 because I think it was RJ Barrett got like a lucky bounce, like the ball hit off the rim, bounced up like 3 feet above the rim, and came back down, and last second game winner, like, insane. And it kind of happened that one year Toronto won with Kawhi. So, hey, man, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky. So that's going to be a good game, I believe. And I'll probably tune into that because it's such a big game. I think it's tomorrow. I could be wrong, but I think it's tomorrow. So we'll be tuning into that little basketball action, and then we got the Reds tonight here in an hour or two. Then we got the Kentucky Derby. Hey, I might go and bet on Kentucky Derby like the past 2 seasons, or 2 seasons, the 2 years. I gotta check out who's even at the Derby. Last time I checked, Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, little fiance, whatever she is, they were there, and she said tracking through the mud. I don't know why y'all gotta go and try out gangster, but she did. By the way it sounded. Now she might not have said it that way, but the way it was put out, yeah. But no, man. Like I said, the Derby, it's on today. I might bet on it. I don't know. I might not. I don't know. We'll have to see where it comes to. I probably will, to be fair. I probably will. But yeah. And then, hey man, let's talk more about those. It's kind of like sports, but it's kind of not. It's where it's kind of changing the role. We're kind of getting off the sports topic. But if y'all don't know who Unc and Hattie is, y'all need to learn who Unc and Hattie is. So Unc and Hattie make these videos on YouTube. It's them working out and having all these different celebrities and people in and out of the gym that they go to. And the gym's name's Diamond's Gym. So if you look up Diamond's Gym on like TikTok, YouTube, and everything, they're going to come up. And what their thing is, man, they try and push people beyond their limits mentally in the weight room. Just trying to push them to better themselves and overcome the obstacles, like not wanting them to quit and wanting them to just push their limits, like I said. So they make cool videos, man. I'm not gonna lie. They make some cool videos trying to push people, and then after it's all said and done, they'll sit down and talk to them and try and offer them words of wisdom and some advice and everything else, which is cool. But yeah, Unc and Hattie, man, they go to Pittsburgh for the draft. I guess they were invited or whatnot, and they end up using the draft as an episode for James Harrison. Now, if you don't know who James Harrison is, man, y'all better be put on some game, and I'm gonna do it here. So James Harrison's a former outside linebacker for the Steelers, and then we call him Debo. Now, if you look up James Harrison, you'll know why we call him Debo. This dude looks like Debo. He's bald and really jacked, and hey, man, some of his workout videos throughout his career and after his career too has been insane. Like, you got this dude like doing like pull-ups and stuff with chains on, and he's like maxing his reps out and everything in between. And Debo's a beast in the weight room. And so they have this episode, and it's like, man, it was pretty cool because they go to the Steelers weight room, and they're sitting there training with him, and he's keeping up. Like, obviously Debo's a dog, but yeah, he's keeping up. And he's basically shit talking them too. Like, they're like, do this a certain way and do this, or we want you to do this. And he's like, hell with that. To hell with that. So, man, Hattie, Unc, and James Harrison, man, Debo, that was a cool episode. And they even teased a Freiermuth episode, Pat Freiermuth. Like, after the episode, they were getting ready to leave. Muth came out, and he was talking to him. They made him do, like, some push-ups, and it was funny. But, yeah, I could see that happening because they asked him about it, and he goes, where's it at? Philly? And they got insulted because it's in Jersey. They're like, don't do that to us. Like, give us some push-ups now. So they teased that. I'm pretty sure Muth is all about going, man. So hopefully we can get that episode coming out and everything. But yeah, man, they make some cool videos, and they seem like to love the experience. Not only working out with James, but the whole experience from the draft and whatnot. They seem to like it, and hey, props to them for what they're doing, man. Like, they obviously have their haters and their support system as well, but I think they're doing good. I like their videos. I watch them all and everything. I mean, they had Matt Rife. They had, who else did they have? They had Larry Wills, the professional bodybuilder, Ashton Hall, a couple other big-name celebrities. So they've had them in there and whatnot, and they make some cool-ass videos. So if you're not hip to Unc and Hattie, go watch them, man. At least watch them for the words of wisdom at the end, man. They're pretty cool. And yeah, man, we're going to get off to that. And we're going to get on to another topic. Hey, the cruise. The cruise, like I said, did not disappoint. It was like a movie out there again. Like last year, we had a couple of nights where it was like a movie. But, hey, we had some cool ass cars in this cruise this time. And obviously, it's the first cruise, so everybody's going crazy. But some of the cars we seen, like a white RX-7, man, that was cool. Like everybody seemed to like be kind of cool on that, but I was like, man, that's an RX-7. That's pretty slick. And it's honestly like a scene from Fast and the Furious without Dom out here talking about family and whatnot. Because I mean, you had a red R35. I've only seen it once, but hey, man, that thing looks slick. And just being around here, you don't get to really see much stuff like that. Now, obviously, you have your classics and stuff you get to see, which there was some cool ass ones of those, including a red like 67, 69 Chargers somewhere in that area. But it was slick, man. That was probably one of the best cars out there, in my opinion, because I'm a classic fan. But also, we had like 2 Lambos. Don't see Lambos around. Had 2 Lambos, and each Lambo had like a Porsche with them, so you kind of knew they were together. But that was some sick cars. What else did we have? We had a Skyline, a white Skyline. Dude. Hey, man, it was right side drive and everything. People were like confused and like, hey, y'all obviously ain't hip to Skylines if you didn't know why he's driving on the right side. But yeah, we had those. And yeah, it was just crazy. Just all kinds of stuff. I mean, we had like vans and stuff slammed. It was like, I don't know why you did that, but okay. There was a car with like no quarter panels. It was just like the frame driving around. It was insane. But you had that. You had your bikes and everything in between. And then, listen, man, y'all, let me roll this window up real quick to finish this. For y'all, man, that think the squatted trucks are cool, what goes through y'all's thought process when you think about that? Because I think they look ridiculous. Like, your ass end of your truck's just basically lower, and you're looking up at the sky like, well, who does that to a truck? Like, I don't understand y'all's thought process. So let me know, man. Y'all gotta tell me what goes into that, because it's obviously a trend. Don't get me wrong, it's a trend, but like, I don't think it looks cool. I think a truck with like mud tires and maybe a little lift kit looks pretty damn cool, especially the old school trucks. So all these newer trucks, y'all throwing kits on them and rock wheel lights. Like, come on, man. But yeah, we seen some cool stuff. Went up and down the strip and had some fun. And then we go into this parking lot where everybody's at, and all these trucks doing burnouts and all that. And there's like mass people. Like, if you've seen the Fast and the Furious, where everybody kind of like the first one where everybody comes together, it's kind of how it was. Like, that's how big of a crowd it was. But everybody's burning out, everybody's talking, having a good time, and then a couple fights break out, or fights, something like that, and then cops come, crash that, so we're all leaving. Then we hit like Walmart parking lot, and everybody's chilling again, and the cops come again. It's like, oh, come on. So the cops shut a lot of that down, but we still had a really good time. Like I said, it was a movie. Felt like a movie. And then with the cruise, I just got to know, because I said I was a classic car fan, right? And then I heard people talking about like, hey, I'm not a fan of classic car, including my sister-in-law. And I was like, what? Like, you all think they look ugly? Like, come on now. Like, classic cars are beautiful. And like, I'm sitting in a 78 Cutlass. Like, of course I think they're cool. But like, I get it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But hey, you gotta be studied, because, man, these newer cars are nothing compared to the old school cars. Now, like, obviously they're probably faster and you can do more stuff to them. Don't get me wrong. But hey, classic, you pull up in a classic, you're gonna turn more heads. I promise. But yeah, to think they're ugly is insane. And I don't understand why y'all think that, but y'all gotta let me know, because that's an insane take. Y'all really think classic cars are ugly? Like, nah. Like, here's the thing though, y'all hate them, but y'all love like the electric cars. Please tell me you don't like them electric cars. Like, man, I don't understand the thought process of that, but y'all like the Lambos. I seen that. I seen how everybody's looking at the Lambos. Y'all kind of like the Skyline, but like the Mustangs and stuff, like, those seem like they're just like they're just like an average car now. That's how many people own them and all that. And pretty soon the Chargers and the SRTs and all that is gonna get like that too. I promise you. But hey, y'all got your cars. Y'all like what you like. I like what I like. But hey, why? That's all I want to know. It's like, why do y'all hate the classics? Now, I'm not saying all y'all, but gotta be studied, like I said. And then the last topic we're gonna get on, all right, is tattoos. So tattoos, man. Like I said, I want my whole right arm covered, and I thought about it, and I think this summer I'm gonna try and get some more ink and go from there. But yeah, man, tattoos. I got that ick. I want more tats. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to get a memorial sleeve on my right arm, and then I might get something on my left. I thought about it for the past few years, and I'm not too sold on it, but I'm definitely gonna try and get some more ink and all that. But yeah, it just got me thinking, like, how crazy inks became. Like, you get to look at that, like, older people's ink and how that looks, and then you get like better designs and better artists now. I'm not saying like the old school artists are terrible or not, but like some of the stuff you get to use and everything, you get to make some sick pieces. And like I said, I'm a big fan of tattoos, and I'm gonna get more, obviously. I thought I kind of floated the idea of a sleeve, man, for my leg. Like, I think those kind of look cool, but I'm not exactly sold on it. So we'll see what that comes to be in the future. It'll probably be a while before I even get to really thinking about that. But yeah, just get some more ink this summer. That's a goal of mine. And I don't know what I want. Obviously, I've said breast cancer ribbon for my grandma who fought breast cancer and another type of cancer. Like, she's a warrior. So to get something for her is one of the goals. I gotta get something for my dad, probably something for my mom, and then go from there. I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up getting into. Birthday's coming up, so hey, maybe that's what I asked for too. Like, I wanted to go do the car racing and stuff, but who knows? We'll see. And yeah, go from there and whatnot. But yeah, I love some ink, man. I love stories behind them. I like the ink that people just randomly get because they think it looks cool. Like, you don't have to have a story behind everything you get, but just getting to show off someone else's artwork is pretty fucking cool. So, hey, we'll see what happens and go from there. But yeah, man, this episode obviously was a lot about sports and everything, but I'm gonna stay consistent. Like I said, I might try and get an episode or two in here in the future, just not using sports, and we'll go from there. That's a big ass trailer. I'm wondering what he's got in there. Probably a classic car. But nah, we're gonna see what happens. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get some stuff together and try and make an episode or two without sports. For all y'all who you're not necessarily a fan, like, you can tolerate sports, but you're not necessarily a fan. So we'll figure out what we can do and improve upon, whatnot, and go from there. I want to take it on the road, like I've said. I want to be able to ride around and just chill and see what happens within the pod. But till then, we're going to try and stay consistent until at least June. I've mentioned that. And hopefully I can hold it to it. It's a few weeks, and even going into June, I probably still will be consistent. That's just how I want to do it, and just work, man. Work hard. That's the thing with life. You got to work hard. And listen, before I go, I just want to say something, man. Even when it's cloudy, there's still a chance of success. And what I mean by that is, even on the worst days, you don't feel like getting up and doing something, or you feel like the world's against you. Hey, man, it doesn't matter. You still got a chance to go out there and improve upon yourself and grow and try and work towards your goals in life and everything in between that. So even on your worst days, get up, go at it, and hey, man, it'll probably change your day. But yeah, man, hey, life's too short, man. Go out there and live, man. Like, go out there, really live, and be good to people. Good. That's the one thing. Be good to people. So yeah, I hope y'all like this episode, though. I hope y'all's still liking them, and like I've mentioned before, the best way to support me, if you want to, and it's absolutely free, and you don't have to. You don't have to. I understand if you don't want to, but the best way to support me is to watch my videos, subscribe, which is absolutely free. You do not have to pay anything, just to subscribe to the channel, and then share if you can. That'll help me a lot. I'll be grateful for it. So if you want to do that, I appreciate that. And I see the love, man. I'll tell you what. I see the love. I see who's supporting me and whatnot. And hey, man, when I make it, we make it. That's all I'm going to say. If you're supporting me, when I make it, we make it. So, hey, I hope y'all stay along for the journey, man. It's gonna be a long road, but we got this. I promise. So, but yeah, with that, man, I'm gonna wrap it up there, and I'm gonna say that I hope y'all have a good time and have a good weekend. And hey, I gotta get in here. I gotta watch the Reds a little bit. Gotta watch the Derby, and then go from there. But yeah, man, with that, I'd like to say thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. Hey, we will be back next week as long as nothing happens. That's crazy. But yeah, thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And hope y'all have a good weekend. Peace.